a miracle in a friend of Brother Michael will be praying for this. Without God doing a miracle, there is really no chance. And I'm just, I don't know what we would do without God. I really don't. If you think about those things, if you didn't know the Lord, if you didn't have a sense of understanding and something to go to, that you wouldn't really know what to do. And I am certain that many people, they face those same things, and you get repetitive, and you get yourself, and if we get into this today, into bad choices, decisions that tend to repeat themselves. I don't know why, but let me just come with this, and I'll testify. I mean, I would be a fool not to testify about the goodness of God, all right? I would, because when God does something and you ask Him to do, you give God glory. Now, I don't know why He keeps going through this I've been telling you what He's done, but there's just things and pathways of which that I'm walking and trying to walk by faith and trust in certain areas that He comes, and this is just another thing that He did. And so, and let me just say at the same point in time, watching with what God is doing, even with Lisa, and maybe I'll have her share, because in both of our households, we're being tested on standing on the Word of God. Okay? You've heard me talk a lot about the Word of the Lord. If you've got to have a foundation. You've got to, Brother Adrian was teaching on why the Word of the Lord, the foundational teachings. But I'm here to tell you there is, I'll put it to you this way, there are lots of things that can touch your life. We've talked about different things that shape your life. They are things such as fear will shape your life. Failure will shape your life. Peer pressure will shape your life. There's lots of things that you and I can allow that will come to touch and will take a life. We can all recall different people, whether it's a family member or somebody you went to school with, that at the outside surface you thought their life was going in this direction, and a series of choices caused their life to end up completely different than where they ended up because of choices. And so when you and I allow for things to shape our life, we yield to it, it's willing to do it. You yield to fear, fear will shape your life. Anxiety will shape your life. It'll shape your decisions. It'll shape where you will go. It will shape where you won't go. The time of the day you'll go. All of these things, it'll do all of it. It'll go like, nope, if you have an anxiety being out of traffic, I am not going out at set time, right? That's just whatever it is. These things will shape your choices and your decisions. Or I get into the Word of the Lord and I begin to rewire my mind on things, and I say, God, your word says that I am an overcomer through this. And so you begin to start saying, and so there was one of these things that, and remind me to get back to where we're going to have prayer here. But I haven't gotten to some of the different things. You believe it or not, we've talked about Moses. We've talked about a lot of different things. Last Sunday night, we talked about how Moses' life became shaped. He sees himself so different 40 years later after he's run to the backside of the desert, as Acts would tell him, as others seen him, and as he originated from. He was mighty in word, he was mighty in deed. But by the time he opens his mouth, when the burning bush is there, at that burning bush, he says, oh God, I can't speak. Something through failure. As a matter of fact, he became content. He became satisfied to become a shepherd